everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Eunice if you're new here. So the holiday season is here and I don't know if I'm ready mentally, but I'm definitely ready to start decorating our home. In fact, I've already started. Christmas has to be my favorite holiday just because of all the fun, cozy decorating that you can do for it. I grew up watching my mom do it every year and it's something that I definitely want to carry on into my home. So this year I was so inspired by all of the minimal Christmas decor that I was finding on Pinterest. So I decided to DIY several of them and also create some of my own ideas and share them with you. They're affordable to make and super easy to recreate. So if you're interested, then keep watching. Alright, so starting with my favorite, these dried orange ornaments. I think these are so cute and they definitely add a really nice pop of color and a natural touch to your Christmas decor. And all you're gonna need for this are some oranges and ornament hangers. So I got my hangers off Daiso. You can totally DIY them as well using a paper clip or some string. And then to dry the oranges up, I used an oven. So before starting anything, I went ahead and preheated our oven to 170 degrees. And you want it this low so that it will slowly bake and dry up your oranges. And as the oven was heating up, I went ahead and sliced the oranges into the thinnest slices I can get them into. So you want them about 1 millimeter thick. And the thinner they are, the quicker they will dry, and you'll also be able to get more ornaments out of each orange. If your oranges have seeds in them, you can also carve them out with a knife. I also did carve some of the skin out using a knife as well. And then once I had my slices ready, I went ahead and placed them onto a pan and let them bake in the oven. I let it sit there for about 3 hours and I checked in every 30 minutes and flipped them over so that each side bakes evenly. And you want to basically keep doing this until they are as dry as possible but not shriveled up. And you'll know when they're ready because they'll make a harder sound when you flip them over when you drop it against the pan. And then when they're done baking, you're basically ready to start hanging them up. I went ahead and hung the hangers through the slices, like right below the peel so that it securely hangs them up. And then I hung them on this cute little faux tree that I got from Joann's. I think this is a great alternative if you don't want to spend on a big tree or don't have space in your home for one. And I love how these turned out. This is something I'll definitely be doing again in the future. And you could also totally do this with other fruits such as grapefruits, limes, and lemons. Alright, moving on to our second, these wooden tree decor pieces. These are so easy to make and all I needed were some wooden trees and some acrylic paint. I found these wooden trees in the dollar section at Target and I love how they look by themselves, so I bought 4 of them so that I can keep 2 to keep as they are and then play with the other 2. And I thought painting them black and a dark olive green would let them pop really nicely and match well with the darker accents that we have in our living room. So I brought out some paint that we have laying around and gave each of the trees a nice thick coat, and I added a lighter shade to some of the sides to give it kind of a more 3D and alive look, if that makes sense. I'm so happy with how these turned out. I think these look great like on a console table or above a fireplace or even like in the middle of a table like surrounding the centerpiece, and you can also mix and match between the painted ones and the wooden ones. So next we've got a super simple one. You can do this one if you already have a vase and it's a simple switch up. So I had this floral arrangement that I had set up over the summer on our console table and it was time to swap it out for the winter time. I ended up replacing it with this faux pine branch that I got from Michael's, and oh, how I wished I was at my parents' home in the East Coast where I can literally find an equivalent pine branch from the backyard. But on the bright side, this faux one will last forever and I can definitely use it in the future years. And that's basically it, a simple change, and I think this is just a great minimal holiday decor piece. is a Christmas without a wreath? I knew I had to include some kind of wreath in our home, and I was partly inspired by this magnolia wreath that I saw at Target. It was like huge, it had these black rings and the cutest black bow in the middle with bells hanging behind it, and I knew I wanted to recreate something like it. I ended up going with some eucalyptus leaves that I found at Trader Joe's, and then I also used a floral hoop that I already had laying around from a previous project. These are affordable at your local thrift stores. And then I used some floral wires and also a black ribbon. So I went ahead and did one side before filming, and then I basically mirrored it on the other side. So I basically started by wiring bigger stems onto the hoop and then layering on smaller stems, and this will just kind of give it a full effect, and the leaves on the shorter stems will help cover some of the wiring that you're adding to secure them onto the hoop. And my wreath ended up looking like it had little wings, which I love, and then I basically finished it off with a black bow in the middle, and I think this turned out so pretty. It looks super delicate, and it adds a nice touch of greenery to our holiday decor. Lastly, I made some holiday frames. These are so easy to make, especially if you already have frames laying around your home. I ended up using this gold frame that I thrifted a while ago and this black floaty one that I've had for a while. And I basically filled these frames up with some patterned paper and a cutout. So Joann's was having a sale on their patterned paper, which is usually used for scrapbooking. So they're made of a really nice thick material, and they were on sale for 20 cents each, and I picked out several that kind of reminded me of the holidays. There's definitely other ways to do this. You could print out some patterns at home, you can use some wrapping paper that you may have laying around, or even create your own pattern using some markers or paint. So for the gold frame, I decided to fill it with this green plaid paper. I thought the green and gold went really well together, and the paper was actually not big enough to fill up the whole frame, so I had to cut up some pieces and kind of puzzle it in. And then for the black floating frame, I ended up cutting out a little tree from this ivory colored paper and taped it onto the frame so that it looks like it's floating. And that's it. I think these frames pair so well together. I basically have them just kind of sitting together behind our couch. And I think this is such a simple and affordable way to add some holiday flair to your already standing frames that you have in your home. So those were it for my 5 DIY minimal holiday decor ideas. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below which one was your favorite, and I'll make sure to add all of the products that I mentioned for these projects in the description box below. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel to see more. When you do, make sure you hit that bell next to so you're notified when I upload future projects. I have more holiday decor related videos coming up on my channel. We just got a new Christmas tree, and I'll also be doing some DIY ornaments, so stay tuned for all of that. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram as well to keep up with my project updates. And if you end up recreating any of these ideas from this video today, then please tag me because I would love to see how it turned out. As always, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one.